welcome back to another episode of You Don't Know Jack 2015.
Start of game activation is live.
And guess what? I am finally back after 3 days of without internet.
We're on.
Cookie, we looked it up, and implausible with an L is not a word.
That's implausible. Look it up a Glenn.
If we could get all the dancers to set, all of the dancers. Thank you.
I hope those cupcakes were fair game. They were delicious, the ones sitting in the big room.
Did you eat them all?
I just had a couple.
How many?
I don't know if I was counting. 6.
Okay, those are for Carol's birthday party later on.
Yeah, that's great.
No, but we need to sing to her yet.
My original name, and let's go.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff.
Let's go.
Playing alone, are we? Don't worry, I'm here. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okay, it's time.
Let's go. Let's start with question 1.
Let's begin with Bootiful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do! Say it. Next, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Let's begin with number 3.
Try this on for size. Brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
Is the situation you ordered and you are right? Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows!
Right.
That just earned you an extra $1,000. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Coming up next, Duck Duck Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
Let's move on to question 5.
It's time for The Man in the Backwards Yellow Hat. And it's a this or that.
Well, I love this one. This or that.
I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Cool, let's do it. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Act a house. high on ether. Fed a bugle. Went to a Brazil. Forget George. I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of a thrilling first round. And you're doing pretty well, probably because there's no competition. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. It's time.
Question 6.
Up next, Dumber and Dumberer 2.
Nice.
So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Let me show you something. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done.
Thank you.
Question 7.
Let's move down to 7.
Take a stab at Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
How about Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
I love this one. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. And let's go.
First spotted in 1879. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall.
Let's go to school with 9.
And on its way, wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
Now for the final question. This one. It's a short episode. Let's see the network is back. Let's go to number 10.
Say hello to I Want to Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long, so that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
And now, guys, final round. Jack.
Brace. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. there you have it. The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hat. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh, he doesn't know I'm living there.
You don't know Jack. I'm just gonna say that this is a short episode just to see if my network is finally back. I managed to score pretty good this time. I'm way better than anyone else. So, like I said, folks, this is a short episode because I'm going to get ready and give myself a little action here. And just to assure I am back on the internet. Hooray! Now, starting tomorrow, we are going to start recording Fibbage. Until then, guys, I'm XLev450X, and this is a late night episode. And this is a little bit different from Fibbage. You don't know Jack. See you guys, and good night.